What is up and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Christmas special. It's a very DC Christmas here today on the channel. I got plenty of DC items to talk about today, some Christmas movies to talk about, and there's just a lot of good stuff that I want to share with y'all today and showcase. Before we dive into that, I just got to say, this is going to be the final episode of the year, and the fact that I hit this milestone of over 300 episodes this year on the channel, I'm very lucky to have made it this far. I'm very grateful for every person that has checked out any videos of mine, subscribed, commented. Thank you so much. And I saw that I got some newer subscribers recently. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. I may not upload often, but at the very end of the day, I'm happy that I still do this. It's been a long road, and I'm very grateful. And upon reflection of this horrible year that is 2020, all I can say is there's finally a light at the end of the tunnel. A vaccine is being distributed, hopefully to the right people. A better presidency is also right around the corner. There's just a lot of good things to be thankful for this holiday season. Let's dive into the Christmas movies. First up, I had to get Elf. Rebuying it again, but yeah. There's tons of exclusives and everything, but I'm like, you know what? I'm perfectly happy with the classic little cover right there. Next up is arguably my favorite Home Alone movie, and that is Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. This is the reprint from 20th Century Studios now. Cool slipcover and everything. It's got some great artwork all around on it as well, and I love the Christmassiness to it. This scene alone, insane, cartoony, violent brilliance. I don't know what this was, whoever thought of this, but this scene is where it just goes full-blown Looney Tunes, and I love it for that. This is a blind buy that I picked up at my local video store when I had to do some trade-in stuff, and I've heard great things about this movie, and it's not really talked about very much, but it's got a great cast, it's got good visual style, it's from the trailers I've seen. It just looks like a good Christmas movie, and that is Arthur Christmas. Let me know in the comments below if you've enjoyed this flick or not. Yeah, it just looks good. This one in Klaus, or Klaus, I forget how you pronounce it, but the Netflix movie. Hope to check both of these out next day or so. So that's it. That's it for the Christmas movies. Let's get down to the DC stuff. The New York Comic Con limited edition pop figure of Wonder Woman, just her riding the Lightning Man. This is insanely cool. I don't know which part glows, to be honest. I haven't tried the glow effect. It's just been on my shelf already for a while, but my God, I love this pop. This is arguably my favorite Wonder Woman pop. It's tough because I have a handful of them. And then I have the golden armor. She's fully decked out with her cool armor and everything. There's so many variants, though. There was a Box Lunch exclusive, a Hot Topic exclusive, and I think a Walmart exclusive, of just her in this golden armor. But I was just like, nope, I'm cool with just the standard one. And this is something of a rarity for me. I've always collected pops. For those of you who may or may not have followed me on this channel or my social media, Funko Pops were just like something that took over my life for a while. I've definitely tapered off quite a bit since the last few years. Only bought what I really wanted, but action figures. Those were things that I loved as a kid. I probably drove my mom and dad insane just trying to get certain Power Ranger figures, Batman figures back in the day. So this is a rarity for me because that and they're way more expensive. A pop is like $8 to $15. Action figures are always 20 and above. Just at least good ones. And this one, I was just like, yep, I gotta buy me this one like now. And one of the few times I've gone to Target this year, mainly looking for Clorox wipes. That was a fun situation this year. And of course toilet paper, that was even more fun running out of that, huh? The McFarlane Toys Wonder Woman. This is a fantastic looking figure. The sculpt is pretty damn good. It looks pretty close on her. Just the facial features are pretty well done. The costume is awesome and metallic. They did a really good job. I think McFarlane Toys is newer to the game when it comes to making the DC figures. I know McFarlane is always like the Spawn figures and those crazy detailed figures like that. But if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is their turn at doing DC figures and multiverse stuff. So, yeah, this looks pretty fucking awesome. These I was not anticipating to find because I thought maybe I missed my shot and maybe they got released already and I was not aware of where it was happening. Walmart has these giant displays a week before Christmas. They're a little late to the party, I guess. I started noticing on social media, started showing these displays pop up. And I'm just like, oh, next time I go out to get some stuff, I'll take a look. I'll see if they have any of these pops. Sure enough, they did. And they look amazing. I don't get holiday theme pops. I know they've seen Valentine's ones. They've done some other Christmas stuff before. But they just didn't really entice me. They didn't just grapple me and just like, they were cool, but eh. These, I had to have them just in time for Christmas. Nice little Christmas presents. All of this really is nice little Christmas presents to myself, and I'm perfectly happy with that. My favorite, hands down, is Batman as Ebenezer Scrooge. He's got his little nightcap, his little candle. This is amazing, man. Oh my goodness. This is just fantastic. Wonder Woman with a nice, like, looks like a Mrs. Claus cloak with a light lasso. That is also too fucking cool. I dig it. And these I also just love. I believe last year, was it last year? They made a Harley Quinn, like a Christmas Harley Quinn, where she had the little mask on and everything. She had a little Santa hat on, stuff like that. So that was cool. I thought that was fine. But this one was just something else. She's basically like a little elf. And I love I think it's Holly, right? Holly in her hair. That's freaking cool. And her little hyena is designated as with helper. But her hyena is decked out as Rudolph there. That is fucking cool. That is so cool. And just the pop itself is a great sculpt. I dig it. And last but definitely not least, we have the Holiday Dash Flash. He's also dressed as Rudolph. He's got the red nose, little antlers, and he's got a little bag of goodies there. He's just bolting it. This is too cool. These four are too dang fantastic to have in my collection. I'm so happy, and now I have them as my Christmas decorations for the next few days. For the next month, really, because, I mean, being in a Mexican family, we have our decorations up till the end of January. Alrighty, let's dive into the final Blu-rays that I picked up, and these are all DC. I fell in love with the show. HBO Max has a lot of these awesome DC everything, movies, TV shows. Doom Patrol, I heard, got renewed for a second season this year, and I was just like, I need to just jump on this. Yeah. I still got 2 more episodes left to finish off the season, and I love the show. I've heard mixed things about season 2, which is a bummer, but I love the first season at least. And I consider it at least worth owning for sure. This cast, this just performances. Brendan Fraser, man, I miss that guy. That guy was great in so many things that he's done. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what the story was. I don't know if there was some traumatic stuff that happened to him, family situation. I don't know. But that guy returning, holy shit. He's so great as Robot Man. And just the entire cast. Diane Guerrero, I mean, as Crazy Jane, wow. She was great in Orange is the New Black. She didn't have a whole lot to do in the supporting role, but at least not until the very end of the series. But anyway, this, wow, just amazing. The episode Crazy Jane Patrol or Jane Patrol or something like that. Between the both of those two characters, that brought a tear to my eye. It was heartbreaking. It was uplifting. It was funny. It was just all around one of the best episodes of TV I could have seen this year. I've had the first. I accidentally pulled this off my shelf. I've had the first season of Supergirl. That's the only season I've seen in its entirety. This is the Target exclusive, but I've had this for a while. I showcased that years ago, but yeah, pulled it off the shelf by accident. But from my local video store, I was just like, my ideal price is always $10 a piece for these seasons. And yeah, Supergirl seasons 2, 3, and 4. They had all of these there, and I was just like, do I want to buy these? I've seen all of Arrow. I've seen all of The Flash. I've seen all of Legends of Tomorrow. I need to see Black Lightning. I've heard great things about that show, but again, that series is so hard to come by on Blu-ray. And then Supergirl. I have yet to see most of the second season, and which was $10, but this was a little tougher here. Third season and the fourth season were $14.99 a piece. That was a little tough because these are used, but they were in great shape. And again, supporting a local business, that's nice to do. But I've heard it's pretty solid up until the 4th season. After that, I heard the 5th season was very mixed. I love the character, though. Melissa Benoist is great as Supergirl. I've enjoyed her character every time she's been in the crossovers. Alrighty, folks, this is it. This is like the pinnacle of all of these collectibles and anything I could have bought in 2020. These were the things where my jaw dropped. I was just in disbelief that these were finally being released. These were finally happening. The images, the concept images to the actual product, I was just like, it's a miracle. And then when I had them in my hands, I had to buy one off of eBay, and the other one I actually found at one of my local grocery stores of all places. It was so random. Truly the best Christmas present I could have ever gotten for myself this year. As a diehard fan of that little movie right there, which is a Christmas movie, by the way. Nobody seems to want to argue that. Forget your diehards. Batman Returns is a Christmas movie. These pop figures, outside of the Michael Keaton Batman himself, which I waited for over like years, ever since I started collecting pops, Batman Returns was like the top, easily top pop figures between Michael Keaton's Batman, Danny DeVito's Penguin, and of course Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. These were the pops that I thought Funko should get on that. Years went by, and then they made that random little Dorb set that had the 3 figures together, and I thought that's cool. I was tempted to buy those at a time, but then I thought, no, they're not the pops though. I'm still in disbelief that I'm holding them in my hands. The detail, the sculpting, everything about them is just perfection. These were truly a wonderful, wonderful thing to see. Maybe we'll even get the actual Batman from Batman Returns. But these were those pops that I was just like, finally. As a Batman fan, a DC fan, I could just be at peace. If these were the last Batman pops they were ever going to make, I would be perfectly okay with that. Wait, maybe not. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so ladies and gentlemen, that is it. A very DC Christmas to me and to you, and happy holidays and everything else. This was it, folks. Final episode of 2020. All I can say is thank you so much for subscribing, watching my videos, and staying subscribed when I was basically non-existent here on this channel and this platform. But I'm happy for my little channel. I'm happy, and I'm going to keep doing this as long as I possibly can. But you can always find me on all things social media if you want to hear my up-to-date, or want to read some of my up-to-date thoughts on movies and shows and collectibles. That is where you can always find me. I hope you all have a very blessed holiday, a very Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. I'll see you all in 2021.